So this is one of the first couple of drawings that I started doing when I moved over to Procreate. Normally, if I'm doing digital art, I would use Photoshop, and I'm not even that good. So um, it was just I used this drawing to like learn how to draw. So when I downloaded Procreate a couple of weeks ago, this was probably the third drawing, and I was still getting used to getting back into the swing of being creative and actually sketching and painting digitally. One problem that I had right from the start was the fact that I was doing this on an iPad, and if you don't know, the iPad has a really smooth surface. So when you're sketching, you don't get that, I guess you could call it friction that you would normally get from a sheet of paper. So it makes drawing really difficult. Another issue I had was the fact that I didn't really know how to blend colors. So I was just pasting colors wherever I could, using really cheap shortcuts for like how to color things. Like her eyes look just really glossy and prosthetic, and I struggled with the lips, and I was really lazy when I was doing the hair. So I I finished it like this, and then I just left it for a couple of weeks and tried other projects, and then I got back to it yesterday, and then I touched up a lot of different things, fixed the proportions. I felt a lot more comfortable with sketching on the smooth surface of the iPad, and I felt a lot more free with the way I was putting in certain elements. So I didn't feel so constrained anymore, and I felt more, I was drawing this all from memory. So I experimented with just different styles of her hair, and I decided, I'm just going to go it straight. The braided thing looks cool, but I'll leave that for another drawing another day. And, I felt a lot better with the shapes, the proportions. Even though this is sort of a caricature, it felt a lot better. And my coloring of her face was a lot better, because I realized the trick to getting that smooth texture you get on the skin, it comes through with a lot of blending. You just gotta blend and blend and blend. So that's what I did. I didn't learn any of this by myself. I went through lots and lots of YouTube tutorials, and I've been posting online for a couple of days, and people have been giving me good feedback, and some digital artists have been giving me good tips on how to achieve certain things that I wanted to do, and that's really helped me come along. So, the very first thing that I wanted to get right was her skin and the spacing of her eyes. I wanted things to look a little more realistic, even though I was still going for a cartoonish look. And that started to come through, and I felt much, much better, and I didn't focus too much on getting things perfect and zooming into every little detail. I just wanted to make sure things looked right, so that I still had some artistic liberty in creating this. So I felt a lot better, even though I'm still like a beginner and I'm learning a lot of things in Procreate. This was like really fun to do, and I've been taking portraits from friends of mine, and turning that into digital art. And this is like the drawing that you see after you've done 50, 60 different pieces of art. So to draw this from memory it felt really good for me. And I just felt really good. This was like the best time to also do this, since I'm in lockdown, so I haven't really left the house that much. So this has just been great for like occupying my time and getting back into that creative space. I felt my mind open up to a lot of different things, and yeah, as you can see, this looks a lot better than the one that I had with the brown background and the lazy hair coloring. So one thing that people have been asking me is how I did the hair, and there is a hack to doing it. It's very simple. You start with a base coat just like this. So I picked blue, and then you put your highlights in, and then you put your dark colors in, and then you take your blending tool, you just blend and blend and blend, and then you take a brush that resembles the texture that you want from hair, and then you blend those same textures in. And this is how you can get like a simple like hair look if you're going with like a very basic drawing, like I am. This is nothing complicated or nothing in the fine art space. This is just I felt really good about the progress I made with this drawing, comparing it to how it looked before. So I hope you enjoyed this.